Welcome to another AMA with Kadena Project Network. In this episode, we'll be speaking with the team from Inu Crew. This conversation was recorded on November 10th, 2022, live on Twitter Spaces. The views and expressions in this AMA do not represent the views of KPN directly and are not to be considered as financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research on the projects presented. Also, make sure to follow our account to be alerted of new uploads. Now let's get started. Enjoy. Welcome everybody to another AMA with Kadena Project Network. Today we have Inu Crew in the house. They are a very cool NFT card game that has been building for quite a while in the background very quietly. I know that when I first started with KPN, it was one of the projects that was added, I believe, in our initial 50 projects that we added to the website. And just been quietly building in the background and are really finally bringing something to the table that looks really cool. So excited to learn a lot more about you guys. So why don't you go ahead and give yourself a brief introduction about yourself and what Inu Crew is all about.
Yeah, so thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much, Chris, for having me today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I would love to tell you about Inu Crew and our team. So first thing first, my name is Elior Tadeka. I'm a senior software engineer with more than 10 years in the industry. You can find more about me at my LinkedIn profile, or just Google my name and you will find my GitHub page and my code pen. You can see my work and my background. My background includes several years of building web solutions for my clients. In the past 3 years or so, I'm focusing mostly on Web3 technology and by learning and developing for the Web3 ecosystem. And I really love the idea that you can combine finance and web technologies. And I truly believe it's the future. So this is about myself. In the Inu Crew, we are five people in the team. We have Daniel Khazan, which is a software engineer as well. Daniel is the one who brought the idea of building a card game that gives the NFT a utility, and I really loved and fall in love with the idea immediately. We have Mahmoud from Turkey, which is our UX designer, and we have Nikos from Greece, which is the graphic designer who built our beautiful NFTs. Right now, he is working on the Powerups collection for our NFT. I will tell you more about it in a few minutes. We have our community manager, which helped us with our Discord and Telegram by answering people's questions and just spreading the word. And this is essentially our team. We are located in Israel, me and Daniel, and the rest of the team is around the globe. We are working mostly online, except me and Daniel, that we are sitting together and building the core program itself, the packed contract and the website and everything that comes with it.
Awesome. I love NFTs that have built-in utility that is used. I always looked at NFT kind of like a card, like people could, like trading cards would be a very good example, like baseball trading cards or even magic cards, to even more give a better example of what you guys are trying to build here with your cards. I'm very interested to learn what the drive was. Like you said that Danielle and you came up with the idea of making it tied to a game, but what made you go down the path of the attributes and having it be almost like a magic based kind of card game? What made that kind of go? Was it because of the tech, or was it something that was just kind of also part of the original vision?
So it's a really good question. I think that most of us think about NFTs. We think about just a graphic, just owning a graphic that you can sell in the second market, and that's it. And with Inu Crew, we came up with this idea of making a utility around our NFT that is not only you owning the NFTs, that we wanted a way for your NFTs to make you to earn to make money for you. So we thought about a card game that allows you um, not only to collect the cards. Uh, we wanted you to have the option to play with that card, and by doing so, we thought about having a specific attribute for each card that can could increase or decrease your chance of winning the game against your rival, and it made and everything came together. So it's not only a beautiful NFT cards. We have a utility for that card. The utility is to make you money, to make you earn Kadena, and the game itself is the way to do so. So I think it's a really unique way of thinking about NFTs, rethinking about NFTs, not just as something cool to hold, as something cool to hold and to work for you. I don't know how to say it. I think it's explained the idea. And in order to build a card game, we had to find the business logic that allows each card to have even odds by in winning the game. It's not like every cards have the same odds of winning, but at least even if you are holding a really low HP card, you can win the game by using the business logic that we are implementing here. So yeah, I think it came together. It's the Daniel uh, brought the idea of building a game, of building a card game. I think that it came from the us as children, as kids. We have a collection of Pokemon cards, and we really want to bring that feeling that you are holding cards, that each card has unique attributes that allows you to win. Not only that you have a beautiful card that you hold, actually this card can help you win the game. So Kadena allows us to make it happen, and this was the drive for us to bring the technology we are really love, and combine the entertainment part of the gaming into this Web3 area.
Yeah, I love the whole concept of card games and bringing that whole world into NFTs, because NFTs were pretty much built for this kind of scenario, and is definitely something that I've always looked at and thought that, the first people who really utilize this and come out and bring out a good way to bring it to light and make people have an easy way to interact with it and everything will be the winner. So I noticed today, if you go to your website, your Inu was it?
Inu Crew NFT.com.
If I notice, if you go there now, that you guys now have your beta live, which is absolutely awesome looking. It's very well, the whole UI and everything looks very good. Why don't you maybe talk a little bit about that and what people can expect out of that?
Yeah, so thank you very much for the compliments. Yeah, we released our beta version of the game. It's not ready yet. We have our packed contract. Our packed contract is about to be released, but we wanted you guys to feel how it will be to play in the Inu Club. The Inu Club is the name of the game. We have the Inu Crew, which is the name of our NFT collection, and the Inu Club is the game itself. So as you saw, the Inu Club is a really simple game which you can connect your wallet. You can choose your NFTs that you minted previously. You can choose the amount of Kadena that you want to play with, and then you sign the transaction. Our contact will handle the business logic around which player can win the game, and then you will get the result. By having the result, you will see the fight itself. You will see each round of the fight. It will be animated card by card, and you can see the critical hits that you managed to hit, and the hits that you received from your opponent. And it will be really cool. But for now, the beta version is really simple. We wanted you guys to just feel and see what we are working on, and in the near future, we will release the full version of the game. We had some issues regarding the safety of the funds there, so we just wanted to make it safe, and we worked the contract from scratch again, just to make sure that we are doing things right. I just wanted you guys to know that Pact language is a very young language. It's evolving over time, and we are still learning and seeking the best solutions to implement our business logic. Therefore, we are not in a hurry to release anything, especially with especially with when it's related to people's money. So we don't want to make any mistake there. So yeah, you can go to InuCrewNFT.com right now. You can connect your wallet and see how the things will work. And in the near future, we will release the full game. I just want to remind you guys that I hope that we will be the first to create a game that allows you win cadenas. So it's really interesting. Not only that, you can win cadenas, you can upgrade your current NFT. You can hold up to 5 cards. Each player can hold up to 5 cards. You can combine the cards to make it stronger. And we are working on a Power Up NFT collection that you can use them to upgrade your current NFT. It's going to be really, really awesome. We are doing a lot of work in the background. We are not communicated. We are not telling anyone about it because we want to play, to play to keep things really to keep the ideas for us, because once we will release it, we are sure that we will have a lot of competition around this area. So we are hope to be the first to release the game that allows you to win cadenas, to upgrade NFTs, and it's going to be really awesome. Right now, you can go to our website, as I said, and just play and feel with how it's going to be in the near future.
I love the whole idea. Like you just went through a lot of different ways that you're going to be able to use these Inu Crew NFTs. Like you said, now if you go to the site and you let's say I mint 10 NFTs, and maybe is there a chance that I'm going to have, as you said, you're going to be able to combine NFTs to make it stronger? So I assume then I could mint maybe 2 of the same character in a random mint, and then use those and combine those to make one stronger character. Is that how it's going to work?
Exactly. I feel like you did your homework about Inu Crew, and yeah, this is what we are planning to do. we have several characters in the Inu Crew gangsters that if you have you have two cards Shiba Inu or Akita Inu, you can combine them both in order to make them stronger. And only if you have the same character, you can combine them. And this is it can be really good for people who have minted really low HP of really low NFT with low HP. So you can combine them with another character to make it stronger. And not only that, in the near future, we're gonna release power up collections in order for you to mint and to upgrade any NFT you like to increase the odds of you winning. And I just want to say that it's not like that you can upgrade to maximum and win every game, because our business logic work in that way that allow every card to win in the game. We are combining not only your attributes, we are combining the some random number that decide rather if you can hit or not. So it's going to be a fair game for everyone. But if you will have upgrade, but if you have a strong card, you will increase your odds of winning without no doubt. So this is just this is two ways for you to use the NFTs. You can combine them, you can upgrade them, you can buy power ups three ways. Sorry, you can power up using NFT to power up. You can upgrade your current NFT and you can combine them with another character. So really interesting business logic there. And Kadena and Pact language is the only way for us to make it happen in the crypto world, because as you know, if we wanted to build it in any other language, we just can't do it. Only Kadena and Pact language allow us to do it, and this is why we really love it.
Yeah, the whole upgradable language of Pact with NFTs is really something that people are really catching on to. I know that like Nightbreakers is a good example of their NFTs that mutate every 12 hours is a really good example of how you can utilize how a contract can kind of change and mutate itself in a way. So when you say that you can upgrade your characters, so let's say I go and I mint one of like the lowest rank of one of the characters, and you say you can upgrade them. Now, does that involve other ways other than having a copy of that same character? Will there be like a pay to play kind of upgrade system where, you know, I can throw extra KDA down and like just pretty much buy upgrades to my character?
Yeah, so if you have a low rank NFT, you could in the near future upgrade them. We will allow you to choose which attribute you want to upgrade. You can upgrade every card up to 3 times, and that's it. It's called generation. You have generation 1, generation 2, and generation 3. And each generation will have a different card. So you will see the difference in your portfolio. You can see which generation each NFT you are holding. The first generation is a purple card. The second generation will have a silver card, and etc. In the near future, we will show you guys how it's gonna look. And this is a one way for you to upgrade your cards. Either way, we will release another collection of power ups. Power ups will allow you to to combine your NFT with a power up NFT cards in order to play a specific game. After this game, the power ups will be burned. So it's a one use. You can use it only once for each game, and this will give you the opportunity to throw in another amount of KDA in order to increase your chance of winning.
So it kind of sounds like, to put this in a way, to going back to using the Pokemon reference that you mentioned earlier, for people who play like Pokemon Go or something, these power-ups kind of sound like they're going to be like the power-ups you can get in that game to make sure, like, the stronger balls to make sure that you catch the Pokemon. Whereas these will be kind of power-ups to help you in a specific battle, which also tying back to something else you said of the random number generator system. So with that, it kind of sounds like, for example, if I have like a low tier kind of character and I'm up against a higher tier character, that random system is going to make it so that maybe he misses two of his swings and I land, three really good critical ones, could cause the player to win based on the number of generator systems. So then you add the power, I assume then these power upgrades will then kind of throw the odds more towards the user's favor. Is that kind of a correct way of looking at it?
That's correct. I couldn't say it better. This is exactly what we are planning to do. This is what we are doing. The power ups will allow you to increase the chance of you hitting critical, to decrease the time, your duration of the cooldown, because when you play the Inu Club, you will have a cooldown duration of several hours. You can use power up in order to decrease it, and and you can use power up in order to make your endurance stronger, for you um, to hold more critical hits. And yeah, this is essentially what we are planning to do. uh, I just want to mention that we have another mechanism that called achievements, that for every game that you are playing in the Inu Club, you can earn achievements. We have a set of achievements rules, and by gaining all your achievements, you will earn free power ups along the way. So as the more you play, the more you have the chance to win power ups. Uh, so we wanted to create experience for you to as more as you we wanted to create the experience that if you are playing if you play more, you can it will be noticeable. So we will have like I it just ran off from my head. Give me a second. We will have a ranking board that will show everyone the best player of today, and you can flex with your achievements. This is what I'm saying. You have like a portfolio for each NFT. You will have a achievements board that you can brag with, for you to show others that you are the best Inu Club player. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. People love, saying that, I have the most achievements in this game or whatever. A lot of people are those trophy seekers. So that's really cool to see that you've put that in and that you're rewarding people for going after the achievements with like bonus, prizes and things in game. Now, the game itself, let's talk a little bit more about that. You said that it was going, you come in with like a 5 card deck. Now, for example, let's say I own more than 5 NFTs. Do I then choose, do you like get to choose, like you see in the game, it says My Gangsters. I assume you go to your My Gangsters page and it'll show all the different NFTs that you have. Do you then choose 5 out of those?
So no, you can hold up to 5 cards, but you will choose only a single card in order to play, or you can combine cards prior the game in order to make them as a single card for you to play with. You can hold Every player can hold up to 5 cards, and that's it. Um, Maybe in the future we will allow more cards, but we want a large amount of players. We don't want a small amount of players that will, buy all the cards and then we will have nobody to play with. So we want to do. We limited each wallet to hold only five cards, and you will be chosen one card to play with each time, each game.
Awesome, awesome. Now, what about if, for example, I only own one or two? Will I then go into a game with other people that also only own one or two to make sure that it's more of like an even playing field?
So no, you can play against if you have. It's not matter. It doesn't matter how many NFTs you are holding. You can choose only one card to play with, and you will play against the same player that want to play for that amount, the same amount of Kadena. Uh, in the future, we are going to make this to evolve this in order in a state like leagues. If you have a certain achievement, you will get into a guild that allows you to play only with the same player on your league, because it will be uneven for you to be, like you have NFT that you upgrade three times and you have power ups. You can't play against someone who has no power ups or has a generation one NFT, because it won't be fair. So for now, it's really that simple. You can't upgrade your NFT for now, so everyone can play with everyone. But in the future, when we will allow for you to upgrade your NFT, we will create a league, and each league could play with the same players on that league.
So going back to looking at like your roadmap, which you guys have also updated along with your website of adding the beta, you are pretty much now at the Inu Club launch phase where you're with the beta coming out and then the power up collection. I also see two Inu Club IDO in the next phase in 2023, and also the talk of a possible token for, I'm assuming, would be part of the IDO. And how would this token then, is it going to be part of the game as well and something that you'd be able to then put up as a bet instead of KDA?
So yeah, we are about to release our IDO. I can't tell you more about that because we are still negotiating with our business partners, but it will be with one of the biggest player on the Kadena. You all know the name, but I won't mention any information about it right now. We will allow people to mint our NFT through their platform. Um, Initially, we thought of creating our own token, but after a lot of planning and after a lot of um, discussing, we decided not to release a token right now because we don't really have a strong utility around it. We don't want to play with people's money. We don't want people to invest in something that we don't really know how we can make it work. We don't want to create a token just in order to have a token and a pump and dump token. We don't like it. So um, we are holding the token right now. We pause this idea right now. As you can see in our roadmap, we don't have any plans around this token. And maybe in the future we will release our token, but as I said, we don't have a strong utility for that token, and we don't really know how it how it could work. We don't want to people invest in this token when we don't know how it will end up with. So right now we think that people will prefer playing for KDA. So you can play with KDA to win KDA, and this is the best choice. Because if you will release our token, so people can play with our token and earn our token, and then they're gonna go and sell that token for KDA, and you will have this weird graph of, just only people will earn the token and then sell it. We don't want to create this abuse for our investors. So we think of not creating a token at all. After a big discussion around this, it wasn't an easy choice for us, but we think this is the best choice for our investors. So you can hold NFTs, you can play with NFTs, you can bet and win KDA, which is the best options. And maybe in the future we will have a really good plan for the token. We will release the token if we will find a good utility for it.
I kind of feel like going back to what you were talking about earlier with your achievement thing and the guilds, that could be a use case for your token where you could earn the tokens through playing the game in another way of rewarding the user for playing it. And then they could then use those tokens for possible power-ups or something in the game, but you'd make it so that, they really have to grind a lot and be very active to earn enough tokens to be able to buy one of these power-ups. So it'd be something that would cause people to maybe play more and strive more towards. Maybe, what are your thoughts on that?
Really interesting way of thinking. And you know what you did? It's actually a good point of view, and we need to consider it. Maybe we will consider it, because right now we are focusing on Kadena, but maybe these were our initial thoughts for us to create a token that will go around in this game. But after talking with our business partner that we want to release our IDO there, we decided to pause this. But it's a good way of thinking, and we will bring it again to the table. Let's see what we can do about it. But for now, you can see in our roadmap that we are not planning in releasing any token, but we will consider it again.
Yeah, because it takes away the whole, like, it wouldn't be a token that people would be able to trade on, like a DEX or anything. It would literally just be an in-game currency. That was pretty much my whole thought of not tying it to something so you're not really playing with people's money, and it's just a token that lives within the Inu Club ecosystem would be more of my idea towards it. That way you're not worrying about things like, like you said, messing with people's money for no real reason.
Yeah, this is a really good idea. Uh, by removing the option to trade this token in a DEX, this is the solution that we search for. So I really thank you for that. I will bring it back to the table, and we will see what we can do about it. Yeah, I love the idea that you can't trade it on DEX, because this is the part that we want to avoid. We wanted to avoid the option for you as an investor to invest in this token, and then players will win this token and then sell on your head. We don't like this idea. But if we are removing the option for you to trade on any other DEX, it will be, this is exactly what we need to do. We need to see if it's possible, because anyone that holds the token could either create a pool for it. So we need to make a way that it won't be tradable. But thank you for this idea, Chris.
Well, I know some other layer 2 protocols out there on other chains have that ability to make a coin tradable or not tradable. So but it's a matter of keeping it not tradable from personal wallets, but still being used within the game would be the middle point. Now, going back to the game a little bit more and what you actually can use in the game, which is KDA. I don't know if people have seen it, but you recently released a little quick little video of the game itself and like a quick little run through of how it works and selecting your character. And I noticed that on the bet screen there of how much you'd like to kind of put up in your fight against the other person, you have choices of 5, 15, 30, and 60. Now, any thoughts of maybe possibly putting in a custom thing? Because maybe someone only wants to put up 1 or 2 KDA and just kind of for an idea instead of putting in the 5. Any ideas of maybe putting in a slider or anything like that?
Regarding UX wise, yeah, sliding will be an awesome thing, but for our beta version, we wanted to allow you to choose your Kadena from a set of 4 options because we want to match your player against what you are willing to bet. We don't want the option that we want to give you a player that want to play with the same amount of Kadena. So for now, our beta version is really slim, and this is the options we are allowing. In our full version of the game, we are planning to allow you to bet how much you would like, and we are we will choose a player, and we will let you win the maximum amount that you can win is this amount. But because you need to remember that every game that you are playing, you will have a cooldown in your card. So if a player wants to bet for, I don't know, like 15 cadenas, I don't want to waste his time on by in winning 3 cadena only because the other player won't want to play in that amount because the cooldown will happen in both players. So if you want to play for high amount, the cooldown will you will get a cooldown, but at least you played for the amount you wanted. I hope you understand the our chose why we thought of going in this path.
Nope, that totally makes sense to me. Now, moving forward again into the future, do you see any possibility of working with any other of the token projects out there and possibly integrating their tokens into the game so that I could possibly bet my Kishu Ken tokens against other people or other tokens like that?
This is this is really interesting. No, we didn't thought about that, but I can tell you that we had a discussion with other NFT collection in the Kadena ecosystem, and maybe in the future we will host collections of another project that you can mix, that you can combine with your project. But it's only an idea right now, not something that we can based on. Uh, so the answer is no. But maybe in the future it will be changed. But we are planning in building another collection of warriors that will allow you to play against those Inu cats. And we have a lot of planning for the future, but we need to work on it. Every little things requires a lot of work from our end regarding graphics and the contract itself. We want to make things professional as we can.
Oh, for sure. We know quite well over here how development takes time and takes patience, and there's a lot of steps that a lot of people don't really understand, especially when it comes to the graphics and all that kind of stuff. Just even for basic workflows and things for how they're going to animate themselves when it comes to actually being used. And so it's good to see that at least you're to the point now where you have the beta live, you're going to have people, do you guys have ways to monitor how many people are actually signing up and playing right now? Are you tracking that kind of information? And if so, how's it gone in the past? I guess it's only been live for less than 24 hours, but have you guys had much activity on your beta yet?
So we are only released the UX of the game. The game itself is not. You can't actually play the game because the contract itself is not yet to be released. Only in the near. Only I think I don't want to promise anything, but maybe in the beginning of next week we will release our beta. We have it ready, but we want to make sure that nobody could that we don't have any leak there. So right now you can only feel the UX. You can mint your NFTs, especially now when KDA is at this point of a low price. You can mint your cards, and you can feel how the game is going to be. But next week we will release the game. We will announce it, and we are monitoring everything that happens there for us to make sure everything works correctly. So for now, we don't have the numbers of the analytics, but next week we will have people playing the game, and we will see if everything works as we planned.
Now, speaking of the mint, which you just mentioned, I noticed that you guys had it stopped for a little while there. Was that just because you were moving to this new setup and new website with the beta? So was the mint planning on staying open for the foreseeable future? And if so, how much of the project depends on you fully minting all 777, being you're only at 114 right now?
So we have 114. We have more than 100 players right now that minted their cards, and this is enough for us to just to make the proof of concept. We want players to play the game. We want players to earn Kadena. We want to see that everything works as well, and we allowed the minting options just because KDA has so low is very cheap right now. So we think that people would love to buy the NFT in this price point. But after releasing the game itself, we will pause the game again because we are planning to allow minting only through our business partner, which I can't tell you who it is right now, but it's going to be a huge campaign around it, and we are sure we will be fully minted. We will be sold out in no time when we will release it through our business partners.
Now, with this, just to try to prod at that a little bit more, although you probably can't talk too much about it, was this move towards finding this business partner mostly due to the wanting to do an IDO, or was it because, like I said, you're at 114 of 777, but you guys have been minting for a while now. Like I said, when I first got into Kadena Project Network months ago, you guys were pretty much already just starting your mint, and you've been minting for a few months now. So was this also kind of a double-headed take where you're like, okay, we can get this partner to help us in two different ways?
We think that we need to get the community proof of us being a legit project. So right now, people were a bit skeptical about if they want to mint because the minting price is very high. So I don't think that people had the full confidence in minting. So the idea of going with a big business partner in the Kadena ecosystem is just to show everyone that we are really serious about what we are doing, and we want to get the community approval. And this is one of the ways that we can do it. The way that we think that will work for us is by releasing the game, showing everyone that we are dead serious about it, and you can actually win KDA by playing, and having the community, the community approval. Then we will then we will continue the minting with our business partner in order to just to make a double verification about our how can I say it, about the seriousness about that we have around this game. So I think that as you mentioned, we had our mint open for I think like 3 months or so, and we didn't sold out just because I think the mint price is not that cheap, and we needed to prove ourselves. So we are working really hard to release the game, to show people that we are here to stay. We were one of the earliest projects on Kadena, and we are planning to stay here and to create a really big impact in this ecosystem.
Well, it's obvious that you guys have been living by a motto that is very dear to my heart when it comes to developing in the crypto space, and that is to under promise and over deliver. And it seems like you guys are definitely following that ethos of making sure that you have something to show to the community before really asking them to believe in you, or to give them to give you their money, basically. Now, like you said, it was a higher price. So now those people that did mint back when you guys, like before you get this big partner and start, amping up everything, is there any kind of way that you're possibly rewarding those early adopters? Because it kind of feels like those early adopters may be, the whole reason you've been able to get to where you are now.
Yeah, so thank you for that. I think that this ethos of over for you know for to show everyone that we can deliver, and then asking for uh, their belief. This is the way to go. We want to show everyone that we can deliver. And yeah, initially we thought of airdrop our token to those early adopters. But now that we decided not to release our token, it's still you gave me a really good point of view that maybe we will reconsider it. But this is one of the reasons we don't want to release our token, because we don't want to play with investors' money. We don't want to make them invest in something that we're not we don't know how it's gonna work. But along but we you brought a really good idea, so we will consider it again. So yeah, if we will release our token, we will airdrop the initial the early adopters of the game, and if not, we will find a way that we can um, that we can bring early adopters their bonus. Like maybe it will be in our next collection. We will give them a free mint, or maybe we can give them a set of power-ups for the game. For sure, they will have a achievement. They will have a tag as early adopters for this mint. but we will find a way to make it work for them. We don't want them to feel like, I was an early adopter and I supported you guys, and I I have nothing right now. So yeah, we will find a way to do it.
Awesome. Well, I have to say that I'm absolutely very impressed with everything that I've seen from you guys and everything that you've talked about tonight. It's very obvious that these past like 4 to 6 months that I believe you guys have probably been working on this, if not longer, has not gone to waste, and that you have actually been working very hard and have a very good laid out plan, an idea for where you want this project to go and the things that people can expect. And like I said, you're doing it right, where that you're bringing the product to the table for people to see before really asking for them to trust and invest in you. And that's really the way to do it, and what is going to, I believe, like you said, going to cause you to probably mint out really fast once the more adoption starts flowing in and the bigger people kind of get behind you and start pushing it. So I'm very happy that you were actually able to set up this AMA with me. It's been, like I said, we've been following you guys for a long while now. So, but it's very obvious to me why we haven't really heard much from you guys, because you've been busy working on what looks like is going to be a really cool, awesome game. And I'm very excited to see where you guys go in the future, and can't wait to see who these big players are that you're talking of, and where things go in the future.
So thank you very much for your kind words. I really appreciate that you see our hard work. We know that we could communicate better, but we are really busy working on this along with our full-time jobs. We are doing it. We didn't had like IDO. We didn't had any big investment. We are doing this from our own pocket, and in our time for this, for our planning, for our meetings. We have a lot of meetings or a lot of planning. We have we are doing our best in order to make sure our contract is safe, and we are not in a hurry to release nothing. We don't want people, to waste their money in a lousy in only promising things. And this is the way to go. I think this is the way to go in life. You need to under promise and over deliver, as you said. And this is the way we are doing things. So we are trying to be communicate. Uh, we are trying to communicate this as much as possible through our channels, through our website, and in the near future we are really close to release everything. So in the near future, you guys will see and and could play the game. And yeah, we have a lot of things coming, and this is not. It's only the beginning for us. And I really happy you guys see it. I'm really happy you see it. I really appreciate you of having me today. This AMA is really the first step to show ourselves and to prove you guys that we are dead serious about it. We are working hard on it. And once you will see our contract, you will understand why it took us so long. And the business logic is really complicated there. Pact language is really new language that there is no a lot there is not a lot of knowledge base around it. So we need to figure out the solutions there by ourselves, and we will make it happen, and it will be awesome. So thank you very much, Chris, for having me today. Thank you guys for listening. We really need your support, and we really thank you for every support you gave us so far.
For sure. Definitely keep us up to date as things move along and progress with you guys. I know I'll definitely be watching. And for those listening, make sure you guys go and check out Inu Crew, check them on Twitter, join their Discord channel, and definitely go check out InuCrewNFT.com. Mint yourself an NFT and get into the game. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Inu Crew, for coming and telling us all about this amazing project, and definitely keep in touch.
Thank you very much, Chris. In this opportunity, I want to thank you for all your good work. I really admire your website, and I think you make all the Kadena ecosystem feel safer and better. So thank you for all your efforts, and thank you again for having me today.
Thank you for your kind words. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Have a great evening. Take care. That wraps up another amazing AMA. Thank you for listening. Here at KPN, we strive to bring an open platform for projects being built on Kadena to present themselves to the community. Please ensure to do your own research on each project before investing. Also ensure to follow us on all our social media from Twitter to subscribing to our weekly newsletter to ensure to keep up to date on everything KDA related. You can find all the links in the description below. Take care.